Hey everyone, 4:44 p.m. here again. I just got some great feedback from one of my customers that purchased one of my custom dive 200-meter dive cases off of me, and he wanted to point out that the case backs that are supplied with the watch seem to have tall threads that didn't allow it to screw all the way down onto the case when swapping in a movement from, say, a Turtle or an SKX straight across. I tried to explain this in the description of the cases and what accessories were included, as well as the case back having taller threads, specifically for the purpose of using aftermarket NH36 movements with that case. But I don't know, I guess I supposedly didn't necessarily explain it clearly enough. Well, he said that he didn't go to the website and check it out. Not a big deal. I'm making this video because I want to try and clear it up so that anybody that does go to the website or doesn't go to the website, at least they'll know. So here is an NH36 movement, brand new out of the package. And as you'll see, it has this gray movement spacer ring on it. Now this gray movement spacer ring is slim. And this is the movement that everyone's typically going to use in one of these dive cases in order to do their custom build. So being that it's slimmer, you're going to need to have a taller case back in order to take up that difference. The difference I'm talking about is the difference between the movement spacer rings. So here's that gray ring that's off of an NH36 movement, and here is the standard black spacer ring, movement spacer ring that would come on an SKX 7S26 movement, or if you have a Turtle movement with a 4R36 movement, this is going to be the same spacer ring that's on it. So if you take the two rings and compare them side by side, you can see that the gray one is slimmer than the black one. Now let's see by how much slimmer. So we will measure out the black one first. So as you can see, the black one measures at 3.19 millimeters. The gray one measures at 2.61 millimeters approximately. So being that this one is slimmer, you would need a taller threaded case back in order to screw down all the way and take up that difference so that the movement doesn't slop around inside there, and that the that way this will actually, when it is screwing down onto this gray ring, will seat against the case properly. However, if you're putting this case back onto a movement that has the black spacer ring, it's going to not allow the case back to screw down flush against the case. And then, as you can see, there is a difference between case backs that you get. So this is a case back that's threaded for a 7S26 movement, or a movement, it could even be an NH36 movement that has a black ring on it, if you were to put a black ring on it. So it's got shorter threads. But like I said, the case backs that I'm supplying with my cases have this additional taller threading in order to ensure that you get the case back properly threaded down against what is typically used in aftermarket builds, the gray spacer ring. So I hope that clears everything up. So if anybody needs any of these gray rings included, I have quite a large supply of them, and I can include that with your order so that you can use the case backs that come with the watch if you're using another movement out of another watch that originally had one of these spacer rings on it. So I hope that clears everything up. Thanks for watching, and thanks for stopping by.